Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Scorpio reading. The new moon in Scorpio is occurring on November the 1st or thereabouts, depending on where you are in the world, and titled Intense Alignment. And for you, Sagittarians, this is going to impact the area of your personal, private, spiritual resources. This can be energies, lessons learned from past lives, or simply past experiences. But this is you in preparation for making the contribution according to the spiritual contract some of you signed when you came into the world. If you're interested in a personal reading, because these readings are general, please look in the description box below for information about the readings that I offer. This is a sale, 50% off through the end of the year on the readings I offer, and I'd love for you, if you are so inclined, to take advantage of that. So, Sagittarius, thank you so much for being here. Let's get started with the Magician card as your overall energy. This is stunning. This is feeling momentous in terms of the culmination and preparation for Pluto's movement into Aquarius. So Pluto is finally wrapping up its long transit through Capricorn. Depending on where uh, Capricorn is in your chart or where you are with Sagittarius placements, remember before Pluto was in Capricorn, it was in Sagittarius. For some of you, you have been in a life-changing experience of destruction and recreation from within for as at least 3 decades, depending on your age, of course. But this idea of change and this idea that you're moving towards an opportunity where new possibilities are exploding, and you have been preparing for this for quite some time. So your preparation is your clarity about your mission, your vision, what you want to build, the way that you want to express yourself in a way that is authentic to who you are, and knowing that no matter where you are in terms of capacity or resources, that you have everything you need at your disposal to create what according to your vision. In the present, we have the Two of Swords. This is a card that's been showing up for many folks for the very same reason. So much change has been experienced both internally and externally in the social world, that you now find yourself at something of a crossroads, and the necessity to make a decision that is going to alter your life significantly. What is critical is that you know which way is right for you. It's not about the details. It's not about that. You actually understand that you're on your path. It's not about the destination, really. It's about being in a place where you move less, with less struggle through life. You accept the challenges as part of the deal, as part of creating something and being successful. You no longer move forward from a place of fear or anxiety. And that can be very complicated depending on your history, your past. Um, but for Sagittarians in particular, I'm sensing that many of you were not resonating with the positive and optimistic exterior that you were popularly known as or for. The fun, outgoing, adventurous person who didn't really care about personal success or happiness or possession, that you accepted your job of being the sage, of boosting other people, promoting their success, um, difficulty committing, having serious trust issues. Having resolved those for yourself, understanding that as you trust who you are and your ability to do the work to obtain the vision that you have, you're now moving in a different place and you know what's right for you. You know the direction to go in. But you do have anxieties as you're gaining more information about what the potential could possibly look like, even as you're creating that. But you know that this is what you were designed to do, this is what you were made for. And you have a lot of concerns for the way that people have perceived you and dependent upon you to be that sunny, optimistic cheerleader. And in many ways, you are struggling with the disconnect between that and the way that you have held yourself back, allowed the issues or struggles of others to distract you. So this can feel like a tug of war within you. It can also mean that just because you know the direction you're going in, it doesn't mean that you know you've got all the answers. You know what it's going to look like, but you're resolved to live in the present, even if that is about a dilemma. You're comfortable exploring that now, taking your time, not rushing it. In the past, the Queen of Pentacles. And this is lovely because in many ways it's showing me that despite the happy-go-lucky exterior of many Sagittarians, that you are actually have spent considerable time, I would say as symbolized by Pluto's passage through both Sagittarius and Capricorn, you know how to do the work. You have committed to your responsibilities, fulfilling them to the best of your abilities, to being in rhythm with others that you work with, and to natural energies, to the flow of things. You've learned to be disciplined, to apply a phenomenal work ethic, to be determined, to understand that your efforts actually manifest or magnify, the rewards. You know how to create abundance. You know how to generate new ideas in abundance. So this is an indication that not only are you able to apply your method of love and devotion and loyalty to any project or team, but that you are able to recognize that you can be appreciated for that, that you can love the process because of what it gives to you. You are a natural caretaker, but you've learned that you need to step back and allow yourself to be recognized and appreciated. And in your future, we have the Devil card. This is particularly, I think, applying or emphasizing the role of Pluto's transit from Capricorn to Aquarius in your life. The significance of this, the social changes that in many ways you have been in the middle of and that are impacting you, as well as in your decision to break away from the status quo. And that is a lot of what this decision, this dilemma that you find yourself in, but it's a comfortable one. It's one that you understand hangs from which hangs your ultimate significance. This is the ultimate challenge in your life, to be who you are, to contribute in the way that you came to contribute, to give something that only you can give, but that requires you stepping outside of the box that you were groomed and conditioned into. This is about rejecting, rebelling from the conformity to the status quo, the way it's always been. You're rejecting that. Now is a time unlike any other. And you're prepared for the task. You're up to the task. You have what it takes to do what's necessary to accomplish your vision as it unfolds and evolves. You're that mature, you're that evolved that you can take one step at a time and understand that being in the presence and allowing that is your strength, your superpower. So I hope this reading is resonating with you so far, Sag. Please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It is greatly appreciated. And I pulled the very pink failure card, which reads, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. This is feeling like a lesson about your perfectionism, Sagittarius, because you are always looking towards the stars. You're always looking to the heavens. You're always looking to the meaning of our actions, our presence, our contribution. The idea of making mistakes is perhaps a challenging one for you. It's one of the ways that you've stayed general. Perhaps you haven't often committed to things in life. You've stayed in the safe zone of exploring, wandering, adventuring, taking in a variety of experiences that don't require you to put your foot to the metal. Now you understand that failure is the only way to learn. And in fact, it's the main way to learn. It's not the only way. But in fact, you've learned that it is the failures that you have tried to understand, that you have embraced, that have led you on this healing path that you've been on for quite some time. It's the commitments you've made that have really challenged you to your core in ways that you didn't think that you, enlightened you, would have to learn to understand, learn to cooperate in these particular ways, learn to be open. And so you are challenged to understand that perfectionism is a block. It's a block to doing anything. In your present, the Two of Swords is clarified by the Three of Wands and the Nine of Swords. I almost said the 10, the Nine of Swords. Wow. This is really a bit of a summary of your past and what it is that you've learned. In order to emerge as a magician, as someone with a vision and empowered to pursue that, to build that, you've had to face oppression, limitation, restriction, heartache, heartbreak, cruel treatment, unfair treatment, all of it, as most of us do in some form or fashion. And your ability to accept that that existed, to soften your resistance to its pain, to separate yourself from it. Understand that these experiences taught you something. That's so important. The sense of failure. Here it is. You failed over and over again at things that you thought should be simple. And yet it is the failure that began to teach you that this was your opportunity to learn and grow. And what gave you the courage to rebel, to release, to move away from the need to conform or be a part of the status quo, to not feel the pressure to duplicate someone else's success or someone else's path, but knowing that yours is unique. The Three of Wands is hopefully showing you busy setting up the conditions for your success. You're launching yourself into a new opportunity, you creating a collaboration, or you looking at likely collaborators, ideas to pursue, other models others have done that could be a part of the way that you structure, outline what you would like to accomplish. This is you turning your attention towards unfamiliar vistas rather than trotting over the same ground that you've been over. You know how to do the work for others. Now, doing the work for yourself, this is a whole new exercise for you. And you're putting out your feelers and trying to be open to the feedback that you get, the information you gather. So this is very beautiful. In the past, the Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Empress and the Emperor. Wow. Well, for one thing, I'm going to take them one at a time because it's so easy to talk about a soul bond in a way that I think can be distracting. Because I feel that the challenge for many of the Sagittarians I'm speaking to is this soul bond within, the balancing of these energies within yourself, so that the necessity to project this into the world, this hunger for a mate or a match, is something that you become satisfied that you can give to yourself. And this is huge because we live in a culture that doesn't normalize a solo life, a single life, or even the necessity or joy of simply being on your own, doing something on your own. That you can, the Empress, of course, is the empowerment. This is the mother of the Queen of Pentacles. Everything the Queen of Pentacles knows, everything you've been practicing, you've actually established this sense of empowerment within, that you are the creative force. You create the circumstances of your success. You create the conditions for your success, for your community, for your home, your love, your expression. The sense of empowerment is that you can give love and you can receive love. This is part of the natural flow. It's part of the natural order. And you're completely in alignment with that, where the Emperor is you simply taking absolute responsibility for everything that you do or have. Your reality, you believe, is the result of actions you've taken, choices you've made. And owning your life that way has been incredibly powerful because you've relinquished control over others, over the world, the things that you know you can't control. This is really about you manifesting on the basis of your vast experience of effort. You have a lot of experience in getting things done, making sure that success exists for others, building towards that. You're now taking on this job for yourself. You're manifesting what you want, what you've earned, what you understand. You're able to strategize that in a way. And in many ways, you have come to this place of peace within yourself that you can give yourself what you need. You can love yourself enough to pursue your dreams. You respect your effort enough to do what is right for you. And this, by the way, becomes reflected in all of your relationships. So for many of you that are in a strong relationship, a strong bond, this feels like it's been one that has been with you for a while. For many of you, you are reevaluating your relationships, for example, not just with others, but with work, with your goals, with the things you've invested in, and you are prepared to renew your understanding, your commitment with those projects or relationships that are significant to you, that you know are a complete match and intense alignment. In the future, the Devil card is clarified by the Fool card and the Sun card. My goodness. I'm so glad I have some planets in Sagittarius today. I almost You're ready to begin on a completely new and destined path. Again, the destination is less important than the absolute faith that you have in yourself, trust you have in yourself to do what's right, and to follow your ethics, your principles. You know what's right. You know what you would do. You know what is not for you. And you're willing to explore that on your own terms. And the Sun card, together, these are incredible liberation. the liberation of rejecting the status quo, rejecting the norms, rejecting the way it's supposed to be, uh, uh, embracing who you are now, the conditions of the world now is freeing you. And for a Sagittarian, in any placement, this is the key. You must be free. And I feel as though you're really on the verge. How ironic, having taken all the responsibility, doing all the work, committing to yourself has actually liberated you. And as we know, with great freedom comes great responsibility. So you're ready for it. I am going to leave your reading here. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, for this. I feel incredible. I hope this has been helpful to you. Until next time, namaste.